Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking to you about Weebly, which is a website creator we're going to be using in this class to create your final project. It's a really simple website, drag and drop, but you can also use embed code, which is a nice feature. To sign up, you simply need to input your information, click the sign up button. You can start a free account, which is what I am requiring for this course. There's also the option to upgrade and pay for a pro account, which is in no way required for this course, but it's a nice option if you're going to continue with this project beyond the semester. Once you've created an account, you can simply log in and you'll be taken to a page much like this one. This page is great for when you need support, especially when you want to figure out some answers to questions you have about the site. They have frequently asked questions. You can also contact Weebly directly and someone will get back to you. I found them very helpful in the past and it's a pretty quick turnaround. Also, billing and account information is here. You can add a site. You can see I have a couple of different sites going for a variety of purposes. So if you have multiple sites, this is where they will appear. If you have a pro account, it will appear over here. What you can do is on this page check the stats of your website. How many page views are you getting? How many unique visitors? What pages are being looked at? And what sites are directing traffic to your site? So this is a great way to kind of track how many people are actually coming to your site. You can also check your blog comments here. If you want to approve them, if that's a setting you have, you approve them here. Form entries is where you're going to find any contact form information. So if you put a contact form on your site, that's where you can check the information and you can go back to your site list very easily. So I'm actually going to open up our course website and show you a little bit more about how exactly to go about using Weebly as a tool. So up on the top you've got your main menu bar. You're really going to be using these first three pretty frequently. So the build is the one we're in right now. You're going to see this left-hand toolbar, and the way you use that is very simple. You drag and drop. So if I want to put text in, I simply drag, and wherever the blue line is, you can see that the blue line is moving. That's where your text is going to be, or that's where your item is going to be. So the first one is sort of a title kind of heading. It's much bigger than the actual text if you drag and drop here. So you can see that the title appears bigger initially, the text, and you can change all this in design, which I will show you. It gives you a short toolbar where you can bold, italicize, or underline content. You can increase the size of it, so I would highlight, increase, or decrease the size. I can change the font color to really any of the normal colors that you might find. Right here I can add a link, so I can link to an outside page. I can have that open in a new window or not. I could link it to one of the pages already on my site. So those are really the two you'll probably use the most. And these are just some other little formatting options. We've got images, a gallery, a slideshow. These are things that you can kind of play around with. Here's a contact form, a divider. You can play around with the columns. You'll have features to add documents, YouTube videos, embed code. So there's lots of different stuff here, and it's really easy to use. You simply drag and drop. For design, when you click on that, you're going to see that you can change the theme. So it's going to prompt you, once you create an account, to pick a theme, which you can always change later. Just as a heads up though, when you change your theme, it's going to change the heading picture. So it's going to keep all of your content, like these things, but if you've selected an image for this top header, that will no longer stay. It's going to revert back to the standard image of whichever one you pick. Okay? You can also change the different colors here in terms of your highlight color, and you can preview these and see what they're going to look like and either choose it or not. You can also change the different fonts. So if you see, once I highlight these particular things, it shows you exactly what it is that I'm changing, and you can very easily change the size and the color and a variety of different elements about that text. Finally, in pages, this is where you're going to add your actual pages where you're going to put your content. So it's very, very simple. You're going to just click on Add Page, and you get a couple of options here. To create a standard page, you just click on it. You can title it here. let's say page 2, you're going to see that it appears at the very bottom, and you simply drag and drop to wherever you want it. Now, this first column, where you can see there's a couple out to the very far left, those are going to be your main categories. Whereas when you move it in, those are going to become subcategories. Okay, and I could even make a subcategory to a subcategory. I can also make these so that they're hidden in the navigation menu. So that top menu, I won't see it, although it will exist as an actual page. Here's where you can also change what the header will look like, although you can also change that once you've created the page, and then you hit Save and Edit. When you want to add a blog page, which you're going to need to do, you simply click Blog Page. You can retitle it, blog or not, and what's going to happen is it's going to take you to a page very much like this one once you save and edit. So let me just take you to our course page. So what you're going to see here is a couple of things. You're going to see blog settings, which once you click on that, you get a couple of things in terms of the comments, the post per page, where you want comments to go to, a variety of things. So you want to check that out and organize that. Click on New Post. You're going to type in what you want. You can drag and drop particular things. Add a little blurb here. You can have archives and categories. Okay? When I want to create a new category, all I have to do is click Add, type it in, add it. You can also click on as many other categories as you want to tag your posts. You can put on Facebook sharing or Twitter sharing so that you send out automatically your posts via those two sites when you post it here on Weebly. And that's the basic gist. It's very simple. Once you finish your post, you publish it live. You could save it to drafts, you can cancel it, and you can always go back in and edit a post that you've already done. Now just keep in mind when you edit your post, it's going to change the timestamp on it. So for homework, you need to be aware that if you go back in and change it after you've already turned it in, it's going to change the date on it. So that's the basic overview of Weebly. You're going to want to explore this, try a bunch of different things, see how it goes, but knowing how to create pages, organize them, change your design elements, and build your pages is really what you're going to need to know. Once you've completed for a session, you're satisfied, you want to make sure you publish your changes. If you don't publish your changes, your users will not be able to see those changes, despite the fact that they appear in your edit menu and that you can see them in your edit menu. They'll save those changes, but if you don't publish, they won't be available to users. So this is the basic gist. We'll get more into this as we go along through the semester, but that's what you need to know for right now. And we will come back and we're wrapped up for this session.